The Anunnaki Legacy. A journey through ancient civilizations and lost archaeology. In the shadows of forgotten temples and beneath the sands of lost cities lies a mystery that continues to captivate archaeologists, mythologists, and alternative historians alike. The story of the Anunnaki, once revered as gods in ancient Mesopotamian mythology. These enigmatic beings have become the centerpiece of bold theories that challenge our understanding of humanity's origins. This is not just a tale of mythology. It is a journey through the ruins of civilizations that speak of sky beings, forbidden knowledge, and the golden age lost in time. Origins, gods or cosmic visitors. The term Anunnaki originates from the Sumerian words Anu, sky, and Nama, offspring, meaning offspring of the heavens. In the Mesopotamian texts, they are described as a pantheon of deities who governed various aspects of creation, judgment, and the underworld. However, their exact roles differ across Sumerian, Akkadian, Babylonian, and Assyrian accounts. What unites all these accounts is their otherworldly nature. They were not born of the earth, but descended from the skies. A motif that inspired many to believe the Anunnaki were extraterrestrial beings who interacted directly with ancient humanity, traces across civilizations. While the Anunnaki are primarily associated with Mesopotamia, their symbolism and echoes appear in various ancient cultures. Sumer, Iraq, the cradle of civilization, where the Anunnaki were first named. Ziggurats, cylinder seals, and temple inscriptions that tell their interactions with humans. Ancient Egypt, sky beings with elongated skulls, such as Osiris and Thoth, mirror the Anunnaki archetypes, cosmic teachers and rulers. Mesoamerica, the gods Quetzalcoatl and Viracocha, bearded sky visitors, echo Anunnaki themes. India, the Vimanas, flying chariots of the gods, resonate with descriptions of the Anunnaki's descent from the heavens. These cross-cultural motifs raise the question, were these civilizations influenced by a common advanced source, now lost to time? Alternative theories. Genetic engineers of humanity. The most controversial theory comes from Zecharia Sitchin, who claimed the Anunnaki were beings from a distant planet called Nibiru. According to Sitchin, the Anunnaki came to Earth over 400,000 years ago to mine gold, essential for their planet's atmosphere. They engineered early humans via genetic manipulation of Homo erectus to serve as a labor force. Ancient kings and priesthoods were possibly hybrids, part Anunnaki, part human, tasked with preserving sacred knowledge. This theory, though not accepted by mainstream archaeology, continues to thrive in modern, alternative thought, science fiction, and spiritual communities. Archaeological clues, lost in plain sight. Mesopotamian artifacts hold tantalizing clues. The Sumerian king list documents reigns of kings lasting tens of thousands of years, suggesting a pre-flood civilization governed by non-human rulers. Cylinder seals show star systems and figures manipulating humans, interpreted by some as evidence of advanced knowledge. Ziggurats and pyramids, architectural feats still not fully understood, with possible cosmic alignment. Other controversial findings include megalithic structures, underground cities, like Derinkuyu in Turkey, and unexplained skulls. Anomalies that hint at a forgotten technological era. Spiritual interpretations. Some esoteric schools see the Anunnaki not as physical beings, but as archetypes or interdimensional entities representing aspects of human consciousness, karma, or cosmic law. In this view, descent means incarnation into matter. The mining of gold symbolizes harvesting spiritual light or awareness. The return of the Anunnaki is not literal, but refers to a reawakening of ancient knowledge. Conclusion between legend and legacy. The Anunnaki remain one of the most enigmatic symbols of humanity's distant past. Whether seen as ancient gods, alien architects, or metaphysical forces, their story urges us to rethink: who are we? Where do we come from? Have others walked this earth before us? Others, though not quite human. The journey into the Anunnaki legacy is a journey into ourselves, into layers of myth, memory, and mystery that make us question the very foundation of our history. The Anunnaki story is not just about gods or aliens. It's about us, our forgotten past, and the silent questions etched in the bones of ancient temples and in the quiet corners of our DNA. In the cradle of civilization, where the Tigris and Euphrates once nourished the first cities of mankind, a mystery has lingered for millennia. Written into clay tablets, carved into temple walls, and passed down through secretive priesthoods, is a tale that speaks of creators, destroyers, and the ancient architects of humanity. They are the Anunnaki, beings whose very name evokes whispers of forbidden knowledge and celestial power. Chapter 1. Whispers from the Dust. Archaeologists unearthed the first Sumerian tablets in the mid-19th century, revealing a language and mythos older than Egypt or Greece. Among these were references to the Anunnaki, deities said to descend from Anu, the sky god, and Ki, the earth goddess. But these were no mere mythological symbols. The texts attributed to the Anunnaki deeds of engineering, genetic manipulation, even social structuring, gifts that seemed anachronistic for a culture supposedly emerging from the Neolithic haze. Some texts describe how they arrived from the heavens, descending in flying vessels. Others outline lists of kings who ruled for tens of thousands of years under their guidance. How could such elaborate cosmologies emerge fully formed unless they were based on events once believed real? Chapter 2. Gold, Blood, and Purpose. Zechariah. Sitchin, an independent researcher and author of The 12th Planet, advanced a controversial interpretation that the Anunnaki were not gods, but extraterrestrial beings from a rogue planet called Nibiru. According to Sitchin, these beings came to Earth in search of gold, not for wealth, but for technological purposes related to their atmosphere. When the Anunnaki grew weary of laboring in Earth's mines, they supposedly engineered humanity by combining their own DNA with that of Homo erectus. The result: Homo sapiens, designed to serve but endowed with curiosity, creativity, and rebellion. This theory, though dismissed by mainstream academia, captured the imagination of millions. Chapter 3. Echoes in Stone. The ziggurats of Mesopotamia, the pyramids of Egypt, and the megaliths of South America all raise questions of technology and intention. How did early civilizations move multi-ton stones with primitive tools? Why are so many of these structures aligned to celestial bodies? In Mesopotamia, cylinder seals depict what appear to be solar systems, winged discs, and figures in astronaut-like gear. These artifacts provoke a disquieting possibility that our ancestors were not imagining gods, but documenting visitors. In Egypt, Akhenaten's elongated skull and religious shift toward the single sun deity echo traits found in Anunnaki lore. In Mesoamerican legends, gods like Quetzalcoatl and Viracocha arrived from across the sea, bearded and radiant. much like descriptions of Enki and Enlil. Chapter 4. Bloodlines and the divine right to rule. If humanity was created by the Anunnaki, then who among us carries their legacy? Ancient kings often claimed descent from the gods, and royal bloodlines were guarded through strict lineage. Could these claims be more literal than symbolic? Some esoteric researchers believe that certain families today, elites, monarchs, and power brokers, trace their ancestry back to hybrid unions between humans and Anunnaki. The concept of a divine right to rule may thus conceal a genetic truth passed down in secrecy. Furthermore, ancient texts like the Book of Enoch speak of the Watchers, celestial beings, who took human wives and sired a race of giants, the Nephilim. Parallels to the Anunnaki narrative abound, suggesting a shared archetype or perhaps a fragmented memory of a singular, extraordinary event. Chapter 5. The Spiritual Dimension. Not all scholars see the Anunnaki as literal beings. In metaphysical traditions, they are interpreted as archetypes, symbols of cosmic forces or aspects of human consciousness. Anu represents the divine spark, Enki, wisdom and technology, Enlil, order and discipline. In this light, the Anunnaki drama becomes an internal story. The soul's descent into matter, its fragmentation, and its eventual awakening. The ancient myth becomes a spiritual roadmap, guiding seekers through cycles of ignorance, remembrance, and ascension. This view aligns with the Hermetic axiom, as above, so below. The Anunnaki did not come from a star, but from the higher planes of the self. Their story is our story, told in symbols too vast for ordinary language. Chapter 6. Return of the Teachers. Many modern spiritual traditions speak of a coming shift, a return of the ancient teachers. Whether literal or metaphorical, the idea of the Anunnaki returning reflects a collective longing to reconnect with lost wisdom. Ancient calendar.